like Suttie on Soccer. I'm here with Vinnie Dantas. Talk a little bit about what happened last night here in Ontario.
A lot of individual mistakes.
Gotcha.
I feel like the moment we got going, something happened. It kind of turned us off, and that was kind of the way the game went.
Right.
We never got going.
Right.
It felt that way to the players at least. So hopefully tonight we're able to put a good stretch of soccer together that's going to really get us in there.
Yeah, so with that win, Florida got the bye in the playoffs. So now it's kind of a factor of who's going to go forward with the playoff structure and make it to Kansas City. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's an interesting structure. I'm personally not a fan.
Gotcha.
Of people picking. That's just
right. You think that the seed should just dictate who you're playing?
It makes sense.
Yes.
For me, it makes sense. The
I get that
seeding
too.
system, but they're trying something out and they have their reasons, so we'll respect it. And when it comes to playoff soccer, it doesn't matter. If you want to win, you got to beat every single person you face. So it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I was kind of excited to hear that they were going to do the game and game. I'm not a big fan of the mini game, but I'm also not a big fan of the single game elimination. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a cross between that. So how do you just getting the player's point of view? How do you feel about the playoff structure in that sense?
The mini game is it's an interesting thing. We won championships and mini games before.
Yes, you did.
And it takes on the player side, it takes a lot of mental toughness. I remember being in Milwaukee. We won game 1, lost game 2 by a lot.
Right.
And just being like, okay, this game is over. Mini game. Focus
on
the mini game, and we were able to pull 2-1 on the mini game.
Happened in Mexico too.
Yeah. So it requires mental toughness, and it requires a lot of focus as an athlete. I'm not against it. I think
right.
With everything that the league's got going on, I think it's a good way to settle things.
Talk a little bit about having every game on the road this season.
That's been tough.
Yeah.
It's been very tough. I understand why it's happening.
Sure.
I actually appreciate Lane very much for what he's doing and just getting us to play soccer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And putting up with everything so we can go out there and do what we love to do.
Yep.
I know in the books it's probably heavy for him.
Yeah.
And I definitely appreciate what he's doing.
All of the owners.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I speak to my owner.
Of course.
But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard on the even just getting back and forth. And, a lot of us, families and things like that.
Well, and fans too. I mean, the fans want to come and see you guys, cheer you on, the whole thing.
Well, with the fact that most of these places are closed,
right?
It's hard, anyways. But I think just not having that place that you call home,
right?
That you look for home advantage and things like that. It's just hard. It's hard. It's crazy to think that I play for the Tacoma Stars and I haven't played a show yet. Oh,
interesting point. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yep.
Vinnie Dantas, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
And thanks for grabbing me out of the stands just now, man.
For
I
sure.
appreciate that.
All right.
Thanks to everybody for watching.
Enjoy the game.